Here's something interesting that ties into ignorance is bliss. More knowledge about reality leads to not enjoying fiction as much. Think about it, it's really, really simple. The more you understand about what's real and how reality works, the less and less it makes sense when you watch fiction. So I just walked downstairs, my parents were watching a vampire thing, and see, I immediately thought, and because I think so often, I can't really get it out of my mind. Okay, so the sun harms vampires, like, because their skin cells, they absorb more UV light, and that causes them to combust immediately. How do they have a, and like, why do they have to be invited in? Because there's nothing physically preventing them. What like defines it? What's a household, and what counts as being invited in? Like, is there some sort of deity that controls what? The more and more you understand about reality, the less and less you could enjoy fiction. Now, of course, some people do have the blessing of being able to ignore that. I do not. My autism may prevent or contribute to that. So yeah, anytime I watch something that is even mildly fictional, whether be it nitpicking because I knew too much about a topic, actually no, that implies too. If you're watching a military movie and they do something unrealistic, that's again knowing more about reality. I mean, it's really one of those obvious things that makes more sense once you break it down, but you never think about it because it's so obvious. So it's kind of like a hiding in plain sight thing. The more you know about how things should be done, the less you can watch fiction, but also the more you can admire the realism. Although one thing I do hate is when any sort of media, typically movies and shows, try to really emphasize their realism. It's like when it's a sniper movie and they show the sniper's like Black Thumb. I don't recall how that happens, but it's a thing. And then they zoom into it for like 2 straight seconds. Like, okay, look, realism is best done when it's hidden. Now, obviously, that's not going to get as much praise because if you hide things in the movie, and 90% of people don't notice, but then the 10% of the 90% see a post saying, whoa, look at this feature, okay, now 80% of people don't know about it. So you spent money on the makeup, you spent time putting that on, you wrote that into the thing, all that for nothing, except for like a little bit of recognition. But if it is truly admired, and it is truly a piece of art, and these details are really accurate and sparse throughout, then true admirers of the movie, and you're making it purely for the quality of the movie, not just for money, they will love that, and they will appreciate every detail, and they will watch it multiple times to notice more things each time. But when you just show off, like, for instance, how am I gonna give an example of that? If I say, like, I've been a nerd all my life. That's the most obvious pan over a stereotypically nerdy thing. But if I say, I've been a nerd all my life, and do that, you might notice it. That's what I enjoy. Stop making details, nitpicky details, obvious. Like, that defeats the entire purpose of it being a detail. It's big.